So again, welcome back to me, welcome back to Thailand. True Blue Thai here from Thailand. Hope you're doing well. It's once out here in Thailand, which is Saturday. And yeah, sorry about the surroundings. I've had to move into a little basement here at the moment. I did a video before, for instance, about the game tomorrow. And for instance, but I did it outside, but for some strange reason, I actually knocked off the volume switch. So I was just about to download it, and I thought, oh no. And then one of my neighbours have come back, etc. And I live in a Thai area, and normally, for instance, the neighbours, best way on Saturdays around working, they work a lot of hours in Thailand. But one of them's come back, and she likes to play music, and so I'm very close. And it's Thai music, and she's the boss's daughter, for instance, of who owns where I live. So I've got to be kind of like, okay. Anyway, so what these things. So I hope you're doing well. So for instance, we've got a game tomorrow against Bournemouth, an FA Cup fourth round, I believe it's fourth round, and yeah, against AFC Bournemouth, playing at Snow Stadium, or Snowfield, or Snow Stadium, for instance, that place, basically, you can see that, in Southampton by the looks of it, and so it's a bit weird, been playing there, but for me, I'm going to read a segment from Bournemouth and see what they think about it, and how they feel about it. Yeah, so I hope you're doing well. True Blue Thai here from Thailand. If you don't know me, for instance, like and subscribe, tell me what you're thinking. I do videos of match previews, daily videos of Manchester City, involving both men's and the ladies, and I do aftermath as well, and also player ratings and anything else which involves our football team. And I also do welcome to a lady called Sam Coffee. Okay, welcome to you, lady, Mamzelle. So this is my drink of choice. It's called water. So salute to you, Miss Coffee, and welcome to Manchester City. A midfielder, a very good midfielder, from what I hear, and I'll just read some previews of it. So from Sam, she's an American midfielder. So let me just. So she's signed for us, which is adding extra strength in our midfield. Let me just have a quick look. So yeah, so she's come over from the States. Never been to Manchester before. So she was in her interview. She explains why she chose Manchester City as well. So we can just get that. So yeah, so she's signed from Portland Thomas on a 3.5-year contract. Lovely lady, beautiful. She was sat there. She was in no snoods or no tracksuit bottoms or nothing. She was there. She was in a shorts and a t-shirt, celebrating. On the training. But she's from Portland, Oregon. So, for instance, the weather, the wind up there, the wind and the rain, etc., and the snow, etc., not much different from Manchester, really, but a bit more colder, for instance, than that. Anyway, so so for instance, let me just have a quick look and see. Just a quick work out. There you go. On her. Yes. Let me have a quick look and see. So I've got. Sorry, I'm getting information. Shall I? Well, there we go. Okay. Right, Andree on how Sam Coffee is integrating with the squad. First of all, she's integrating with the girls very well. She's very open, and in this group we're very good at taking care of new players. So I think she'll fit well and fitting well into the group so far. On the field, she's been off for a while during December, which means that she needs to be clever and with just how we use her. So now in a couple of weeks, of course, I want her on the field as quickly as possible. But at the same time, we need to be clever on how we do this. We don't want to overstretch her muscles. Again, she hasn't played very much. She's been in training a little modified with these sessions, and we'll take it slowly. But you can see her qualities that she has: passing play, intense and impressing, and so on. So yeah, it's going to be really good. Yeah, so that's what Andree says about her. So it's good. So she's just going to read something about what she says about it, because she seems to be quite Yeah, so it's let's have a quick look. Let's see what she was. So new exciting Sam Coffee shares an experience of City's 2-0 win over Everton in the Barclays Premier League. The USA international midfielder has become our first signing in January window. Moving to City was an impressive reputation at the club on the international level. Some of the eagle-eyed supporters might have spotted the Joe Stadium on last Sunday on Coffee was watching a new team in action for the first time. Sam enjoys in journalism in her spare time, so with that in mind, we asked her to write down some of her thoughts and feelings of the day. And here's what she said. So we pulled up at the Joe Stadium in the Etihad, a classic cool rainy Manchester morning. So let's just have a quick chat about her interview. So I did have it all organised for you. So there you go. There we go. Okay. International midfielder Jordan K. United States. United States international Coffee is rapidly approaching 50 senior caps and was a key figure in Stars and the Stars' right march to the Olympic gold. And she believes cup triumph in 2024. Combative, supportive and intelligent Coffee has firmly established herself as what was the best holding midfielder in the world, winning the NWSL champion in her first debut on the campaign. But now her midfielders will embark on her first season outside the native United States. She's joined Andree City, who are currently top of the table. She'll wear number 17 shirt. Speaking on the move, she says the club will bring so much with so much history, so much success, and with so much influence in the city. Manchester is not somewhere I've been before, but there's something about it I felt really felt led to and called to. I think it will be a place that has been proven investment in women's soccer, and she said soccer, and she said, oh no, football, then she said soccer again, after being part of the movement that's going on. Since the facilities that support the team and the great effort they're putting in for the women's side in such a huge and positive side, and something I'm honoured to be a part of. Director of football, Teresa Sergon added Sam's reputation of one of the world's best speak for itself, and we're delighted she has chosen to come here ahead of the other potential suitors. We believe that she has the qualities needed to thrive, and and more broadly, we are broadly with the WSL. We are excited that she can evaluate our already superb squad of players. Sam is playing at the top of her game, and I think her decision to come here shows her incredible progress we've made at the club and the ambitions we have to move forward. Right. So so welcome to City, Sam, pretty lady, and look forward to seeing. She's so wonderful seeing her in the team, and the team is also, for instance, again a midfield of a very very good, and we're getting she's holding midfielder very good, which is also something that we needed. I think, for instance, we know we've got a very strong midfield at the moment. She's the kind of lady, for instance, will help us in midfield, and which is something that I think that we think as a team, as a squad. Again, we look like we're going for three. We are going for 3 cups: the Premier League, the WSL, plus the FA Cup and the League Cup. We need a strong squad. And so having a player like Sam and her experiences is going to help us. She comes in with our Michelin options now of Yuri Hazgawi. It's like the United Nations with the amount of flags. Yuri Hazgawi, Vladimir Niedermeyer, Laura Brinken-Brown, Grace Clinton, Cindy Loham and Laura Combs. That's a pretty strong midfield, so really, really good. Right, okay, so let's go just do some homework, etc., and then we'll go into the game and see what the Bournemouth players have had to say about the game coming up. So we've had some good news on the injury front, so we'll just pop into what Andree has So Andree Mary Fowler. She's not that far away from return, with Cindy Lohan also progressing well in the recovery. And with Mary, for instance, that's excellent with that. So yeah, it really is. You know, she was April last year, where she had she went down against the Rags at the Jersey in the FA Cup. So she's like she's well on her way back. Mary has been sidelined since injuring her ruptured Achilles ligament or ACL in April but recent return to modified training and her recovery steps up. Lindsay, meanwhile, was a late substitution in our 6-1 victory over Aston Villa, but her last 90 minutes came also 2 months ago in the League Cup against Notts Forest. And while Andrees admitted he was too soon for both to return to action, he added they're both on the right track and excellent. And this is what you need to do. You need to take it care with especially with Mary and coming back as well. And so it's good to see them back. He said Mary has been with us for a couple of sessions now, a little modified, but she's training well with the team. And she's on her way. So the mere fact that she's training with the team is a great signing. It's a great sign for City. She's been working hard a long time and also stepped in a difficult one, but she also wants to push her performance team. Needs to make sure we do it in a good way. She has not yet she's not ready yet, but hopefully soon will, and she's not too far away. Sydney's been on the pitch for a couple of days, and now she's in a good place. She wants to be back as soon as possible. She's been modified and does not want not the team training, but she hopefully for next week. So she's not in first team training with the team training, but hopefully she'll be back next week. So which is excellent. Andree also had some positive information about Abby Fujinho, who's been ruled out since picking up an injury against Aston Villa in our final home game before the winter break in Villa. Yeah, I thought she went down, etc. I didn't even know if she had an injury to actually. The Japanese international currently in individual training, but our head coach has said she's making daily progress in the return to action. It's one of those where we also, of course, would like her to have available for other games. It's something that, as Fowler Loman says, he says she's training on her own, but hopefully she can be part of the team next week. So hopefully we can see her in the training next week and she can return back to fitness, because quite honestly, I think she's an incredibly important player to us. And so I'm really looking forward to seeing Abby come back to City. Which is good news. And that was interesting as well, because again we need her for this important game really against, I don't know if you can see it, against Chelsea, which is coming up now, coming up very, very soon, coming up on the rails very soon. Sunday the 1st of February, 2:30 in the afternoon. The Joe Stadium, for instance, and I think if we can get over, beat them, etc. I think, which I do believe we can. Then, for instance, it's going to be. I think we are well on course to winning the WSL, but again, still a long way to go yet. Still 6 points to clear, but still unbeaten since the opening game against Chelsea. But again, for instance, we've got to take every game serious, and with the team, strengthening, which is excellent, and it's good to see, and to go with the strength in depth that we have now, with the quality players that also we have that, and now with Sam coming into the team, he's going to be even better. Right, okay, so we're going to Bournemouth. In the FA Cup. Bournemouth are in the third tier of the WSL. So let me just have a quick head-to-head on their current form at the moment. So they're not doing too bad in the WID National League Premier Division. So So they drew the last game against United 1-1, and then they beat Watford 3-2. They beat Fulham 5-0. Beat Billericay Town 8-0, and won against Leyton Orient 7-1. So that was the last time. The Fulham game and the Leyton Orient game was the FA Cup. So of course they've had to play a few more games in the FA Cup before City by the looks of it. They're quite convincing. Anyway, City, all green, go Manchester City. So so Notts Forest 2-0, Leicester City 3-0, Aston Villa 6-1, West Ham 5-1, Everton 2-0. Really a mega important that game against Everton, getting the goals over the line. For instance, Everton thinking that they've equalised, but it was a clear push on the goalkeeper. And I'm glad that was ruled out. But again, it was Everton's a very tricky team, as we've seen in Goodison Park, etc. So, for instance, this is where Chelsea have dropped points against Everton in their previous at Stamford Bridge. So the mere fact that we've got over the Everton hump, as it were, and done the double over Everton this season, which is excellent news. And but they're a very tricky team, and we can't take any team for granted, and so it's seen. So let's have a quick look at what Bournemouth have got to say. So again, we're playing Bournemouth, and about the stadium, etc. So there's been an exclusive interview with Helen Beasley and Gemma Markham as AFC Bournemouth aim to do a giant killing feat against Manchester City. So Bournemouth trip to Bournemouth FA Cup. Okay, so Helen Beasley is halfway through her first season in her first team management again with AFC Bournemouth, and it's going well. The girls are making me look so good, so I can tell you, take up to the credit. She smiles. Belisa said she's set size at the top of the women's National League Southern Premier, unbeaten with 9 wins and 3 draws, and to their credit, so I'm not doing too bad at all. And this weekend with the fourth round, the Adobe Women's FA Cup, they come up against the country's other form team, the Man City Super League's top of the league was called Manchester City. It's probably our first game since our previous FA Cup game last year, when they were knocked out by Ipswich Town. They've been underdogs, as believe were realistic with the quality that they have, but also the quality that has been within our squad, and we've been done our homework and staff at our analysis, and where we had our first meetings with the girls and how we step it up. So they're really taking Man City seriously. So they're not coming into the game to go to a whole, sit back and admire Man City. We'll do everything possible we can do to get into the position as an aggressive and go and try to win the game on Sunday. So there you go. We've been warned. They're in good form, and they've done their homework against the Blues. So but we'll see. During the training, of course, we are with the squad as deep and talented as Man City. It's going to be difficult for anyone to second guess what team they might put out and enter in the FA Cup. A strong one, from what Andree is saying. He said we're going to go strong, and we're going to go big and strong, and then we've got 3 games in 1 week. So I think it's the first time, but we've got a big strong squad now, and we should be beating Bournemouth. But let's have a look. So in the magic of the FA Cup, and also seeing set up in the right way, of course, they exclude the game plan. There's no reason why we can't be successful. Yeah, it's the FA Cup. It's the cup game. Look at Macclesfield beating Crystal Palace last week, and probably said Mark he's a Man City. So and the manager said I'm going. So you can't take any game for granted. We've seen that in Newcastle this year. We saw it with Everton. We saw it with Liverpool. Position on the table doesn't mean anything. Apart from against United today, what's it called? Man City will stuff that one. Striker. Jenny Mackinson says it's a privilege to be facing the City team, and she's thrilled and at the prospect of sharing the pitch with Vivian Niemeyer and Bunny Shaw. There has been plenty of talk about the venue with the clash, with the big crowd always anticipated. AFC Bournemouth main home stadium Vitality has been ruled out early on, so it was the women's team's regular base at Ringwood. Instead, the fixture will be played at Totton with a capacity of 3,500. So we've got a lot of our families coming to watch. Markham says revealed to share such an amazing opportunity with them, and it's going to be special. I'm thinking I think in a small stadium the noise will bounce around more as well. So we'll have the majority of the support of the crowd, and it'll be really important for the fans to help us cheer us on and keep us going on with it's going to be a really hard match. So there you go. So you've got the picture of the FA Cup there, for instance, where they've been with them carried around. So yeah, so they're thinking of small stadium. I think you might be right, but also I think City would like a small enclosed stadium as well. I remember the Newcastle game, etc. It was too open, and I think we didn't play that well at all, etc. We went 1-0 up and took our foot off the gas, then went 2-1 up, and then for instance ended up drawing the game. But but it was so I think, for instance, a small stadium, I think we might relish that one. What's it called, the buzz. Also, we'll keep the atmosphere up as well, good atmosphere. So I think for both teams, etc., I think it might be good. But let's also focus on the positives coming out and support the club consistently, given the women's setup. We all knew with the draw and the nature of the round, it would never going to be able to play at Ringwood. The club has looked into the scenario, and it was the best option was Totton, and we'll completely accept that. 2 years ago, probably we wouldn't have been talking about the point. Obviously, it's the nature of Man City. Questioning are going to be asked, but actually, I think the women's football. The fact that the teams are being talked about as such a huge positive, because a few years ago it wouldn't have been a thing. We're really excited to play at Tottenham. We've sold out within 24 hours. Ooh. We have an opportunity for the girls to be in the stadium. Where probably favour us and a little bit better than Man City. We're really looking forward to it. So there you go. So they're really up for this. Sold out within 24 hours. There are 3,500 tickets by the looks of it. And so by the looks of it, Bournemouth are not taking the game lightly, and so why should they? And for instance, they feel again it's a one match game. You never know, for instance, what can happen. City clearly favourites. I do fancy Man City to win the game. I'm going to say Man City, Bournemouth 1, Man City 3, which I'm going to say in the City, the new leaf against Man City today, for instance, at the very Old Trafford. So I'm going to go for the same scoreline. I feel that, for instance, we've just got too much for them. I'm sure they'll pump them, because again, for instance, it's all about quality on the pitch. You can talk as much as you want, but when it comes down to quality of the players you've got, also the strength in depth, and also, for instance, how they are, for instance, kind of keep up the spirits and their professionalism and their standards. Up against the likes of Man City, and I don't. And I think Bonnie, I expect to score just like I expect Erling to score in Newton Heath. So really looking forward to the game. I'll be watching it. So for instance, and hopefully we'll do a preview after the game. But overall, I'm very, very looking forward to the game. Again, hopefully, I'm sure Andree, who's put out a strong squad, so he's definitely not going to take it for granted. And I feel that we'll be able to get into the fifth round. I'll do a review of the game afterwards and the player ratings. And it's good to see that the City are heading in the right direction as far as injuries are concerned, and players coming back, and also new signings as well. So welcome to Man City, Sam. And looking forward to see it. See you on the pitch, guys. Good to love you. Leave it. True Blue Tag from Thailand. Like and subscribe.